It's Monday, December 5th, 2016. This is PSN News. After a big win against Wisconsin, another fan riot occurred downtown. We'll have all the details for you coming up next.
We'll also bring you the latest updates on the Dakota Access Pipeline. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hunter Holbert.
And I'm Melissa Gregory.
The Penn State IFC Pan-Atlantic Dance Marathon hosted its annual family carnival on Sunday with the theme Mission Impossible. The intramural building was turned into a training area for top secret spies. Kids were able to go around to different stations and make crafts, play games, and hang out with Thon committee members as well as other Four Diamonds families. This is the second year that the family carnival has been held in the IM building. The carnival ended with the reveal of the Thon 2017 Igniting Hope Within logo. The logo features a blue and green lightning bug flying off to the right corner of the image. Thon Public Relations Director Sam Sherlock told the Daily Collegian that the logo is a representation of this year's theme because the lightning bug ignites a light within itself. Thon 2017 will take place from February 17th through the 19th.
State College police are unsure of the exact damage caused of Saturday night's riot. Penn State football fans took to the streets after the Lions' 38-31 comeback over Wisconsin. According to the Daily Collegian, State College police deployed to the area known as Beaver Canyon 5 minutes prior to the end of the game. Although the university sent out multiple warnings telling students to leave the area or they'd be subject to arrest, it did not stop students from flooding Beaver Ave. The students cheered, chanted, and unfortunately damaged property. Students ripped down street signs and a light post. A student also kicked and shattered the glass of the Beaver Avenue bus stop. In an attempt to disperse the crowd and keep order, police said they used pepper spray on the crowd. Rubber dart guns were also used. Right now, 4 Penn State students have been arrested in connection to the riots. Police are still evaluating the cost of the damages.
Well, now that Mental Health and Wellness Week has come to a close, the University Undergraduate Association hopes students are more aware of the services available to them. Multiple events occurred on campus last week to start a conversation on the topic. PSN News reporter Paige Woiner has the story.
With finals just around the corner, the University Park Undergraduate Association paired with Active Minds and Counseling and Psychological Services to host Mental Health and Wellness Week. From November 28th to December 2nd, multiple events took place on campus for students to participate in. Mary Ann Knapp, a senior staff therapist at CAPS, says that the goal of these events is to spread awareness.
I think it's important not to pretend that everything's happy and this is Happy Valley. It's happy some of the time, but it also, other feelings and issues are there. And so I think it's just important to be real.
Members of UPUA were in the hub all week handing out free popcorn to students along with informational pamphlets on mental health. Each day, a different activity like planting a flower or taking a picture with friends was encouraged. Along with speakers and panel discussions, the university also provided a free fitness class for students. Dr. Jordan Bernard, a staff psychologist at CAPS, explains how exercise can improve mental health.
From a body chemistry standpoint, it can release chemicals that help make you feel better, help improve your mood, reduce anxiety. There's research that shows exercise is a good treatment for a number of different issues, depression, anxiety, ADHD, for example.
The National Alliance on Mental Health reports that 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. suffer from a mental illness. That's 43.8 million people across the country. Dr. Knapp says that CAPS offers group counseling, individual counseling, psychiatric services, referrals, outreach events, and more for students who may be suffering. Counselors at CAPS want to let students know that they are there for them, and no one should be ashamed or afraid to receive help.
This is a big campus, over 45,000 students, so just being aware that there is offices that can help if they're feeling stressed, if they're feeling burnt out. This is an issue that can be addressed and shouldn't be hidden in the closet in any way.
For PSN News, I'm Paige Woiner.
In other news, Penn State has welcomed a new club, Turning Point USA. With the overall goal of bringing awareness to capitalism, the club has accumulated over 200 members in just 2 days from social media and hub tabling alone. Turning Point USA welcomes all, regardless of political backgrounds, including socialists. The club plans to incorporate different opinions to stimulate growth and minimize the stigma of conservatives as being bad or ignorant. Chapter Vice Charlie Kirk says the club is important for conservative students who feel as though they have been silenced by media and biased professors.
On Thursday, Penn State received a $30,000 grant from Governor Tom Wolf's It's On Us campaign. This grant was given to Penn State along with 35 other schools in the state to combat sexual assault on college campuses. The grant will fund a collection of training and promotional videos about sexual misconduct and sexual violence on campus. The videos will highlight resources and support services available to victims of sexual assault. In addition, Penn State hopes to clarify the process of reporting sexual assault so that victims can feel more comfortable coming forward. The grant will be used across all of Penn State's campuses, including World Campus.
Coming up next, Alyssa Devine and Kelsey McHugh will bring you the latest sports news. Stay tuned.
And I'm Kelsey McHugh, and we're here with your PSN News Sports Update.
The number 5 Penn State Nittany Lions defeated the number 8 ranked Wisconsin Badgers in Indianapolis on Saturday to win the Big Ten championship. The Nittany Lions, who were trailing 28-14 at the half, pulled off another trademark second-half rally for a 38-31 victory over Wisconsin. Quarterback Trace McSorley deservingly was awarded the Big Ten Grange Griffin MVP award. On Saturday, McSorley passed for 384 yards and 4 touchdowns, which are both Big Ten championship records. He also broke Penn State's season passing yards record with 3,360 through 13 games. When Penn State's running game was struggling, McSorley and his wide receivers made big plays, including a 70-yard bomb to Saeed Blacknall for a touchdown. With 9 straight wins, a head-to-head win over Ohio State, and a Big Ten title, the Nittany Lions found out they came up just short of the college football playoffs. Regardless, Penn State found out they will also be playing in the Rose Bowl. They will face the number 9 USC Trojans on January 2nd in Pasadena, California.
This past week, the number 3 Penn State men's hockey team defeated Michigan 6-1 on Thursday and 5-1 on Friday. On Thursday, sophomore Andrew Sturch registered his 6th career multi-goal game by scoring 2 goals. This win marks the 3rd straight season Penn State has opened the conference play with a win. On Friday, the Lions swept the Wolverines once again. Goals from juniors James Robinson, Trevor Hamilton, and freshman Dennis Smirnoff in the first period gave the Lions the edge. The Lions have won 5 straight series and are currently 2-0 in conference play. The next home series of games are against Michigan State on Friday, January 13th, and Saturday, January 14th at Pagula Ice Arena.
The New York Giants' win streak ended on Sunday after a loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their 6 straight wins were masked by serious problems on offense until they came to light after better competition in the Steelers. The 8-4 Giants lost 24-14 at Heinz Field and now have an even smaller chance of winning the NFC East. The 11-1 Dallas Cowboys will most likely be the team to take the NFC East with ease. Next Saturday's division matchup between the Giants and Cowboys will be more crucial than ever for New York. They need to have at least 2 more wins to grab a wild card spot for the playoffs, which could be difficult with offensive struggles. Quarterback Eli Manning threw a pair of interceptions on Sunday, including a costly one in the red zone. The Giants also couldn't establish any running game, only running for 56 yards. The 7-5 Pittsburgh Steelers are still in the hunt for the playoffs, but improved their chances of winning the AFC North with their win on Sunday.
This past Sunday, the Los Angeles Rams played the New England Patriots. Tom Brady became the league's leader in victories for the quarterbacks in the NFL with 201 wins. Brady threw for 269 yards and a touchdown to beat the Los Angeles Rams 26-10. Los Angeles Rams rookie Jared Goff was picked off twice and completed 14 of 32 passes for 161 yards. This helped the Patriots extend their winning streak to 7.
That's your PSN News Sports Update. Don't go anywhere. We'll have your state college weather forecast after the break.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, Here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Well, it's a great day to be a Nittany Lion after that win against Wisconsin in Indianapolis. I was there. It was a really fantastic time, but it is not so great of a day. Beautiful in terms of clear skies, a couple of clouds right now. Feels like 41, but we have a wind that is making it feel a lot more like 34 degrees. So that wind chill is going to make it a little chillier than it actually is when you're walking outside. Nothing though, again, like I said, in terms of precipitation, the radar is quiet right now, but we are checking some interesting precipitation mix on the way. So we are expecting the National Weather Service is having a winter weather advisory in effect right now until 12 a.m. on Wednesday. For Johnstown area, just south of that as well, just to the west and southwest of us here in State College, we are tracking some snow and some wintry weather, so that will subside by Wednesday morning. But here's what we're looking in terms of the future. So again, Monday, beautiful night, not too much, a little bit clouds start to peek into the mix by Tuesday morning and then continue on into the day. But folks, there's something you don't see every day. Take a look. The greens and the yellows and the oranges is rain. The pinks are all mixture precipitation such as freezing rain and sleet, but the purples and the whites is snow. So take a look, smack dab in the middle, State College, we can actually experience almost all of the mixed precipitation types here. So we want to keep you ready and alert. Anything could really happen in terms of this storm system as it moves across our area, but we do break that down a little further. I'll have details just in a moment. So that rain will continue, that mixed precipitation throughout the night on Tuesday, but then clear out by Wednesday. So it'll be pretty much a cloudy day and not so much rain for Wednesday. But Tuesday, a couple of snow totals we are expecting is 0.9 inches around Tuesday night. So we're going to get a little bit before 7 p.m., and then continue on to get most of the bulk of the rain and snow throughout the night on Tuesday night into Wednesday. We could even see up to 2 inches. But we want to keep you prepared for anything from a trace to 2 inches of snow. So this is what we are focusing on right now. So your forecast today, we're only getting up to 42, so not much warmer than we are right now. And then as we head on into tonight, we're actually dropping down to 29 degrees, but we're keeping those clouds. The precipitation isn't heading into the mix just yet, but take a look further into the forecast. We have Monday again cloudy for the rest of this evening. Tuesday we are tracking that wintry mix. We skip a day on Wednesday, then head back to the wintry mix again on Thursday and Friday. We are tracking flurries and rain. So here's just a breakdown of what we can expect in terms of tomorrow. Again, tonight partly cloudy, but then Tuesday morning we are going to expect some of that mixture precipitation. Like I said earlier, that's the sleet, that's the freezing rain, and a couple of flurries as well in the morning hours, starting around 10 a.m. and continuing on throughout the day. But the bulk of the rain, folks, is when I'm talking the Tuesday. The PM snow will start around 7, 8 o'clock at night and will rain and snow throughout the night on Tuesday. So bottom line, folks, we just want to get you prepared. Wear those rain and snow boots, wear your rain jacket, your umbrella, and bundle up. You want to be prepared.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Erin Allison Droney. Tonight we have Phoebe Burks with us, a senior majoring in marketing who launched her own business, knitting, on campus this fall called Peach Fuzz. Thanks for joining us tonight, Phoebe.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about the types of products that you make and how they can be purchased?
Sure. So I currently have an Instagram page at Peach Fuzz Knitting where I sell 2 different types of scarves. So I have a super long scarf that wraps around twice, goes down to your knees, and it has homemade tassels. And then I have an infinity scarf, the classic go-to for winter. And then I sell headbands to keep your ears warm during the winter.
That's awesome. And was there a specific person or event that started your inspiration to want to knit, to learn how to knit?
Actually, no. I wish I had a romantic story about my grandma teaching me how to knit, but I think I was in 3rd grade and I just saw someone knitting and I told my mom, hey, I want to do that. She thought I was totally weird, but she supported me and I joined a knitting club and learned all the basic stitches.
And how did your experience as the president of Women of Business last semester inspire you to join this business venture?
Yeah, so Women in Business, as you said, I was the president last year and I was the public relations director the year before. So I learned a lot of branding, social media, which has definitely helped with Peach Fuzz to get it off the ground. But the presidency last year, I had a lot of management over the rest of the exec board and the 300 members that were in the organization. So that was great experience to help me get Peach Fuzz off the ground and make it successful and really get the word out.
And where did you come up with the name Peach Fuzz for your business?
So I originally wanted it to be called Fuzz with a PH, but I was worried people would think it was Fuse or not really understand the connection. So I just decided Fuzz, F-U-Z-Z, and a friend jokingly said, haha, Peach Fuzz, and just walked away, and the name stuck, so I totally credit her with the name.
And what advice could you give other students who are trying to start their own business?
I think just go for it. I was so scared when I came onto campus. I had maybe 10 scarves in inventory, and I didn't think anything would sell. I had this whole bag, and I just didn't know, if people would buy them, but my mom told me, just go, you'll never know, try and sell them. Worst comes to worst, you'll have a bunch of Christmas presents to give out.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Phoebe, and good luck with the future of Peach Fuzz.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with national news after the break.
Welcome back to PSN News. It's time for the latest national news updates. Protesters at Standing Rock are celebrating today after news that the Dakota Access Pipeline may be rerouted. The Army Corps of Engineers announced it will look for an alternate route for the pipeline to cross under Lake Othie in North Dakota. The decision essentially halts the construction on the 1,172-mile oil pipeline just north of the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation. For the past few months, members of the Sioux tribe and their supporters have camped out to protest construction of the pipeline, arguing that it is hazardous to the main water supply. However, tribal leaders worry that this decision is not permanent, considering backers of the pipeline vowed to push the project ahead without any rerouting. But for now, protesters consider this a victory.
The death toll in the Tennessee wildfire has reached 13. Officials are saying an evacuation warning was not sent to mobile devices to warn all residents of the approaching flames. Those that were notified complained they were only warned hours after the wildfire was initiated. Tennessee Emergency Management Agency spokesman Dean Fletcher claims a damaged cell tower is to blame for the lack of communication. 14,000 people have been displaced while 3,000 are out of power. Main roads are expected to be reopened by Wednesday and power is expected to be restored by this week.
Michigan will be the second state to issue a vote recount for the 2016 presidential election. U.S. District Judge Mark Goldsmith issued an order early this morning for Michigan election officials to begin counting ballots starting at noon today. This order follows a request from Green Party candidate Jill Stein to recount all of the swing states that had very close results between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. President-elect Trump ended up winning Michigan's 16 electoral votes by just 0.2 percentage points. Stein has started recount efforts in not only Michigan, but Pennsylvania and Wisconsin as well. She raised a total of $7 million in recount efforts. Updated vote results for Michigan will be available in the coming days.
Unemployment is at its lowest level since 2007 and home prices are back at all-time highs. But President-elect Trump says the devil is in the details. While hiring has increased rapidly under President Obama, the gains have almost come in the so-called service sector, but not in the manufacturing and blue-collar work. According to the Labor Department, the United States has 54,000 fewer manufacturing jobs now than a year ago, and Trump is trying to stem that decline. He and Vice President-elect Mike Pence negotiated a deal with Carrier to keep about 1,000 jobs in Indiana, but the Obama team counters that it pales in comparison to the 178,000 jobs added in November alone. Trump is hoping to hypercharge U.S. growth by encouraging businesses to invest more in their factory, research, and workers. These business investments have been one of the missing parts of the recovery and will be crucial in continuing to build the U.S. economy.
And that's all for tonight on PSN News. Have a great holiday break.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next semester.